Name, image, and likeness. What if you could earn money based on these three different attributes? Well, it may sound crazy to you, but this is the reality for many NCAA athletes as of July 1st, 2021. That is when the NCAA introduced an interim policy which would allow college athletes to receive compensation for their name, image, and likeness. At the current moment, there is no federal law regarding the NIL policy, but we do have states who are proposing and passing their own laws regarding the NIL policy. And for states with no current law, they can still operate on the basis of the new policy as long as they follow a guideline constructed by the NCAA. As for the colleges and universities, they are involved in the NIL policy process making. They are responsible for tracking and also overseeing all of the NIL activity within its institution. What the NIL policy does for college athletes is provide them with financial opportunities. These opportunities will come in many different forms. So a bunch includes such as sponsorships, merchandise, entrepreneurships, advertisements, financial contracts, and even content creation. The market for these financial opportunities is wonderful for college athletes, but they are still being highly advised to seek a team of professionals that could really help them understand many of these offers before they accept them. Because after all, these offers do provide compensation for them, but in exchange for some sort of work. So these college athletes need to be aware of what they're getting themselves into. But you might be thinking, this sounds a little too good to be true. Is there a catch? The NIL policy doesn't really have any unfairness. It is allowing college athletes to basically capitalize on their name, image, and likeness. But some athletes might have more potential than others. For example, take a superstar athlete. They might have attention from the media that would give them some leverage at receiving maybe higher or more deals regarding compensation compared to someone who's just an NCAA athlete. But this isn't the point of the NIL policy. What it really boils down to is how marketable you are as an NCAA athlete. Let's say you're a really good-looking individual, right? If you really put yourself out there, you could find deals regarding modeling or maybe advertisements. These are the deals that you will basically flourish in simply because you're really marketable in those fields. Even then, if you have perhaps a social media presence or even a big following, you might be even more successful at getting more deals for compensation because these companies are also looking for individuals that might be able to promote a certain product or a certain equipment, and you just fit that mold really well. So it's really about what these NCAA athletes can do with themselves to market themselves to these companies. However, there is an exception. The international college athletes don't have the ability to earn money in the U.S. because of the visas that they actually have. So they can still capitalize on their name, image, and likeness. But unfortunately, if they earn money in the U.S., that would be breaking their law regarding their visas, which would then result in them being sent back home. So there is an exception there, but nevertheless, all of these athletes can benefit from the NIL policy. For instance, if you have someone who wants to pursue sports even after college, with all those financial opportunities provided to them, they might be able to use that money to push themselves forward in pursuing a career that is in a professional sport. But if they don't want to continue sports, perhaps, right, they can still invest in themselves and develop as an entrepreneur. And lastly, if they're an international student, they can actually benefit from this in the sense that they found a loophole that allows them to capitalize on their name, image, and likeness, as long as those funds are going to an organization that is like a charity, they can still earn that money. So international students can still benefit in a way because they can still earn money and send that money towards somewhere that really means something to them.